You just got your inspection report back, and now the buyers are completely freaking out, the sellers are ticked off, and everybody's wondering if the entire deal is about to completely fall apart. If you've ever felt blindsided by a home inspection, trust me when I tell you that you are not alone. Today, I'm going to be talking about why inspections stir up so much emotion and how you can keep your deal on track even when tensions are running high. I'll keep it real with you. Buying or selling a house is already one of the most emotional experiences that you're ever going to go through in your life. And then here comes a 50-page inspection report filled with scary words like cracks and corrosion and defects. The thing is that buyers panic because deep down they're just scared. They're thinking, what if this house turns into a money pit? Or what if they're missing something huge or making a huge mistake? And from the seller's standpoint, they get defensive because it feels personal. It feels like someone's criticizing the home that they love and that they lived in and that they cared for. It feels like they're being judged, even when it's just a checklist. But believe me when I tell you that you're not crazy, you're not overreacting, you're just human, and both sides are just trying to protect themselves, and that's perfectly okay. But here's something that we don't talk about enough. Almost every single real estate transaction has this exact same emotional bump during the inspection phase of the life cycle. I've had deals where buyers were ready to walk over a broken wall plate, and I've had sellers who wanted to squash the whole thing over a $300 repair request. But guess what? In the end, those homes still closed because everyone took a deep breath, calmed down, and stayed focused on the bigger picture. Emotions are completely normal. It's how you respond to them that's going to make a huge difference. So if you're a buyer right now staring at an inspection report, here's what you need to know. Focus on the big stuff: health, safety, and structure. If we're talking about foundation issues, that's a big deal. If we're talking about electrical hazards, that's a big deal. However, if we're talking about chipped paint in one of the bedrooms, that's not a big deal. Have a conversation with your buyer's agent about what really matters long-term and what you can live with and what you cannot live with. And if you're a seller that's feeling a little defensive right now, then just take a deep breath and know that the inspection isn't an attack, it's just feedback from an outside party. The best advice that I can give you is just to be ready to either fix a few things or to potentially offer credit to the buyer. And because credits can actually be your best friend because they save you a lot of hassle of actually making the repairs, and they help you keep the deal moving forward. And always remember that offering a little bit of flexibility now can actually save you a ton of stress later. Now look, at the end of the day, the inspection isn't a battle between the buyer and the seller. It's just a conversation, and both sides are really asking the same thing, and that is, what do we got to do to keep this thing moving forward? I know it's a lot easier said than done, but my best advice is that if you can stay calm, be objective, and listen openly, and work towards solutions instead of getting stuck in the emotions of it all, then you're not only going to survive the inspection, you're going to make it all the way to the closing table. And if you've ever lived through a wild inspection, or maybe even just sailed through without any problems at all, drop your story in the comments because I'd love to hear all about it. And hey, if you know someone about to buy or sell a house, then share this video with them as well because it might just save their deal. So that's it for me on this one, and as always, thanks for watching.